Hello, welcome back to Wurm Unlimited, and let's get started. Let's go to Manage Local Server, get that loaded up, start your offline server, see how long it takes to load today. And there it goes. Minimize those. Go into LAN, click on your offline server, hit connect, and put in my password, click OK, and the game is coming up. I think today we need to go ahead and make a small temporary garden. And always put grass back in it. But right now I wouldn't hurt to have a little garden. To get water is easy. All you have to do, excuse me, it is dark, but you just come over to the water, click, go down and hit drink, and it fills you up. It says the water is refreshing and it cools you down. That's all there is to getting a drink. And hopefully it will be getting light here soon. And I am just going to put just a temporary little garden over here. Probably right in here, I would think. Not very big, just enough to get us going a little bit. So let's look and see what our slopes are. That one's 2 down. That one's down. So what I want to do is I want to flatten this piece of ground. So first thing I want to do is double click on my shovel to activate it. Well, my finger's working right this morning. And I want to go down and find flatten. And what flatten does is it takes one piece of ground from the higher slope and puts it in a lower area. Now it's one slope down and that border is flat. So let's see if we can try it one more time. Flatten. See what it says. This border over here is flat. That's one up. And it says if you carried some dirt, it would be used to fill the one corner that need it. So what you can do is you can go over here to the next spot and hopefully you'll pick up some dirt. So let's flatten this one. You could take a shovel and dig out a piece of dirt if you don't get any, but nope, I need dirt in that one too. So since I don't want to make a mess, and I'll probably need more dirt, what I am going to do is I'm going to double click on my ebony wand. I am going to point at one of the ground tiles, right click, and I'm going to specials, create, and this is just how I do it. Go up here where it says item, left click, and I'm going to scroll down. This holds every item in the game, pretty much, that you can spawn it in. So I am going to go down to dirt, and where's it at? There. Alright. I'm going to click on that. So now I have the item as dirt. How many do I, then I'm going to go down here to where it says number of items. And how many do I want? I'm going to say give me 20. That'll, like I say, I'm not going to make a great big one. Item quality level. I don't think it really matters right now, but I'm going to go ahead and set it up 99 as high quality as I can get it. And then I am going to click send. So now I have 20 dirt in my pack. So I will go back and double click on my shovel to get it activated again. I'm going to go back over here. To my, where's my 1x1? Right there. Well, now I've lost where I was kicking at. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to try flatten again. This time, since I have dirt in my pack, it should flatten it. And there it should be. And it is flat. See, it took 2 pieces of dirt out of my inventory just to fill that, but I'm going to pack it to show I have flattened it. Now that I have this piece flattened, then I can come over and stand on that tile. And the next tile I want to do is right here, and this time I'm going to hit level. You have to be standing on a flat piece of ground to level. And it basically works the same way. It takes dirt out and puts dirt in as excuse me, as needed. So that one's flat. Let's pack that one. I think I'm going to do probably about 6. So you don't have to move right now. You're still close enough. So I'm going to come over here, do the level again. Okay, that one's flat. So let's pack it. That way you can tell the tiles you've already done. It just makes it a little bit easier. Let's get this one leveled out. Then I've got 2 more, and that ought to be enough for now. Like I say, this is just going to be a temporary garden. Just so I can take some of these veggies, fruit and stuff that I'm finding and have some food. Alright. That's 4. Let's do 2 more. Let's level this one. And as you notice, my dirt pile is going down my pack because it uses the dirt that is in your pack if needed. Okay, that one's flat. Right click, pack it. And 1 more. Let's level that one. And like I say, I can go in and change this back to grass when I'm done with it. So I'm not, I just don't want to make a great big mess. All right, that's good. So I tried to pick a fairly flat area. I might not have even had to flatten it out, but I do prefer a garden being on flat ground. All right, now what I'm going to do next, back up a little bit so I can see where my, okay, there it is, the end of my packed dirt, so I'll know where I'm working. And since I still have my shovel, let's go ahead and get our seeds first. So I'm going to go over here to the tent, right click, open, and I'm going to take my pumpkin, my corn, and I'm going to left click on the name to change it into alphabetical order. That way I can see a little bit easier what I have. Take my cabbage, and looks like I have a potato too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that looks like about all I have to do right now. Yeah. If I had any other seeds, I'd still have room to plant. Looks like I have about 4 more spaces left, but that's okay. So let's go back over here. And pumpkin, let's right click on it, and looks like we're going to have to crush it. So we go down to that. I turned that into pumpkin seeds. Corn, looks like there's nothing there. You can make fishing bait out of it. You can eat it, but it doesn't any way to make seeds. So you just plant the corn the way it comes. Cabbage, go down, it says pick seeds. So now I have cabbage seeds. Potatoes, I think it's like the corn. Yeah, it doesn't have any way to get any seeds. So, first thing I'm going to do is take my shovel, right click, and I am going to go down to cultivate. Left click on it. Alright, then I am going to, let's do the cabbage first. Activate the cabbage seed, right click, go down to sow. And I'm going to plant that cabbage seed. And when you do plant, you get more when you harvest it than you do when you plant it. So you can either replant all the extra seed you've got, or keep 1 or 2 back, or however you want to do it. Okay, let's cultivate this piece. Whoops, I need to activate my shovel again. Go down to cultivate. I checked on my new computer last night, find out what was going on with it, and it still has not shipped. So I am still in the wait part of the game. Let's activate our potato. Right click, go down to sow, and we'll get that. But yeah, it hasn't shipped yet, so hopefully it will this week. Let's activate our shovel again. The easiest way to do this is to cultivate all the land first and then plant or sow it, but it's dark and I would just as soon not lose where I'm at. Let's get this pumpkin planted. Okay, that's the most important one because the more weight you have in your meal, the more it's going to fill your hunger bar. And pumpkins are the best for that. Okay. Shovel. Cultivate. All we have left is our corn. Right click and sow, and let's get that planted. Hopefully that rock will go away again. Yeah, it did. Alright. And I still have a couple places up here that have not been used yet, but I don't have anything to plant there yet. Excuse me. And eventually that will just turn back to dirt if it isn't used. Let me grab a swallow of coffee here. But we've got a little bit of food planted. Oh, that's better. It was pretty chilly out this morning. The wind came in last night, made it kind of cool this morning, and then I think we have a freeze warning for tomorrow morning. Hard to believe it's the end of March going into April. Yeah, that's never any good. But I live in central part of Oklahoma, so that is not anything new to us. Or like anywhere else, if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes. Alright, I want to examine my fire to see how it's doing. A nice and cozy campfire. The fire burns steadily and will still burn for a long time. So our fire is still good. And oh, it is dark. I'm hoping in the next episode we can start digging out our mine. Another thing on these crops, whenever they need to be raked, you'll have to use a rake on them 2 or 3 times to get the weeds and stuff out of them. You'll hear a loud noise. I think during the day it's a bird, and I think at night it's the sound of a hooting owl. When you hear those sounds, come over to examine your crops, and they'll need to be tended to. But it'll take a little while, and you'll be able to see they won't be in a straight. The little seeds won't be in a pretty straight row again. They'll be all sitting every which way. But you'll be able to tell the noise because it's louder than the other game sounds. I guess another thing we can do is go ahead and put down our token. But it's dark, and I didn't really want to leave the campfire if it's dark. At least we do have a little bit of light over here. And after seeing that boar the last time in our playthrough, there's Valerie rising. That's the God's world. Are there any others coming up? Looks like there might be some rain over that way. No, I don't see anything. Just Valerie at the moment. But she's coming up. Oh, there we go. There's Cirrus. I don't see anything else up there. There's Valerie and Cirrus. And if you hear that rumbling, that is from the fire. Come on, keyboard, back up. I think I need to replace the batteries in my yeah, I do. Batteries in my keyboard. But I don't think there's much more we can do. Well, we can look at the map. As I said, we are right here. Central Lakes. Over here, across this way, is East Beach. Very mountainous. Another thing you can do, click on this magnifying glass up here and you can zoom in. Let you get a little bit closer view of it. So we're here. There's East Beach. Just hold down your left mouse button and you can move it around. There's Northern Shores. It's not a very big area. East Beach is fairly big, but there's not much flat in it. There's West Lake. That's got a little bit of flat in it. Or flatter, let's say. Down here's the Meadows. It's got some little bit of flat to it too, but the ones that to me is easiest to build on is where we're at. I just like it better than the other locations. But, Okra. I never have known how to pronounce that. But if you look down here, somebody tells you, well, you need to go to like 15 P. You know, it does have some kind of little coordinates on it. It's kind of a cool map. You can put in your own annotations. They're little markers. Excuse me. You can toggle village annotations. Show where the villages are. You can toggle alliance annotations, but that has nothing to do with us since we're the only ones here. And that's the map. You notice every time I turn toward the fire, there was a rumbling noise. That's that fire burning. It's got a slight rumble to it. And it looks like our little garden here is doing okay. I don't really see anything else that can be done in the dark. What I'll have to do in the next video is come in before I start the recording and just let the day run until it becomes daylight so we can see what we're doing here. It's no fun just sitting beside the fire. But at least we got a little bit done. We got the crops planted. Or what little bit of crops. I need to do a little bit more foraging and see if I can find at least 2 more to finish this little garden here. And you know, I don't know if you can see or not, but I didn't do too much damage to the ground. Every time you alter the landscape someplace, you also alter the landscape around it. It isn't quite as noticeable if you dig with your shovel instead of level and flatten and things like that. But since it's such a small area, I just thought I'd go ahead and do that because I knew it wouldn't mess it up too badly. Oh, it's good coffee. Okay, folks, I know the video wasn't very long. We didn't get much done, but we've done just about everything we can do in the dark. If you did like the video, hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help the channel grow. If you didn't like it, that's fine. That's okay. You can hit that thumbs down if you want to. But do me one favor, please. Leave me a comment and let me know why you didn't like it. That way I can try to make it better. The only way I'm going to learn how to do this better is if you tell me. So please, if you do give me a thumbs down, let me know why. Everybody else, leave me a comment. I do answer every one, and I love hearing from you. If you have any questions, any tips or tricks, or anything you want to share, anything you want to ask, be sure and leave me a comment. Subscribe if you want to hear this old lady blather on some more, see some more of the game. Tap that notification bell if you want to see when my next video pops up. And also be sure and check under my description of the game. I have some other content creators listed that are doing some fantastic videos. So you might give them a look, see what they're doing. They're all very good. I watch them pretty much every day. But I want everyone to have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the daylight in the next one. Goodbye.